The exact moment Lisa snipped the internet cable behind my shed, two things happened simultaneously. A low rumble rolled through the sky as an unmarked military drone buzzed overhead, and inside my fortified garden shed, a screen blazed red with a message I'd prayed I'd never see: connection to Pentagon secure feed lost. Initiating security protocol. I stood there, stunned, watching my security cameras capture her smug grin as she clipped the thick fiber line with garden shears and tossed it into her gaudy yellow tote bag like she'd just saved the neighborhood. She had no clue she'd committed a federal crime equivalent to jamming a secure line in wartime, because she thought the cable was unsightly. Yep, unsightly. Let me rewind. I live in a typical suburb: neat little houses, good schools, and unfortunately, an HOA ruled by Lisa, a woman who acts like she's part dictator, part home decor guru. No last name, just Lisa. She insists on it, as if supreme leader is too stiff and, hey, you lunatic, too informal. She's infamous for measuring lawns with a ruler, slapping violation notices on mailboxes for being too dull, and once tried to fine an old couple for overly festive wind chimes. Lisa's a terror in a blazer, wielding her clipboard like a scepter. I'm not your average suburban dad. I work from home, but my home office isn't just a laptop and a mug that says world's mass coder. I'm a contractor for a Department of Defense offshoot. Think satellites, encrypted comms, and signal relays too critical for anything but a hardened, dedicated line. My shed hides a Pentagon secondary relay, buried in a secure, climate-controlled vault with military-grade shielding. It's all legal, permitted, and hush-hush, definitely not something you'd want Lisa poking around. The cable was encased, routed discreetly, and plastered with warnings in 5 languages. But Lisa doesn't believe in warnings, rules, or reason. The trouble started a week earlier when Lisa began griping about unauthorized wires during her self-styled neighborhood patrol, binoculars in hand, snapping pics like she's hunting a rogue squirrel. I got 3 notices taped to my door, each in garish Arial font, accusing me of ruining the street with cyber equipment. One even included a blurry photo of the cable. She must have crawled into my side yard bushes to take it. I ignored them. You can't reason with crazy, and I figured she'd move on to harassing someone about their flower pots. I underestimated her. That Friday I was on a call with the Pentagon comms officer, reviewing satellite updates. The feed was pristine, encryption solid until it wasn't. A sharp beep cut through, then silence. My screen flickered, then went black. The alert flashed. Secure link compromised. I bolted to the shed, heart racing, picturing a dish malfunction, a cyber attack, or maybe a raccoon with a grudge. Instead, the security footage showed Lisa's platinum blonde head bobbing in my backyard, shears in hand, snipping the line like she was pruning a rosebush. I heard her mutter, "This'll teach him to ignore me," before she strutted off, oblivious to the chaos she'd unleashed. That line wasn't just a cable, it was the job. Cutting it was like yanking a lifeline mid-operation. The Pentagon assumed a breach. My phone buzzed with a scrambled call. I answered with the code phrase. The voice on the other end was ice cold. "Feed loss. Are you secure?" "Negative. Line physically severed." CIVY Lian interference, VY sole confirmation. Backup inbound. ETA 6 minutes. 6 minutes until my quiet cul-de-sac became a federal circus. I reached the driveway as the first neighbor peeked out. Engines growled in the distance, then 3 black SUVs and a tan Humvee with no plates roared up, parking on my lawn. Agents spilled out, gear in tow. Lisa strolled around the corner, smoothie in one hand, a flyer for the HOA wellness fair in the other. She froze as 2 agents flashed badges and told her to step aside. "I'm the HOA president," she snapped, her voice climbing. "This is outrageous." The flyer hit the ground. I stepped forward, flanked by agents, and said, "Lisa, remember that cable you cut? It was a classified Pentagon relay. You didn't just snip a wire, you compromised national security." She laughed. "Oh, please. Like the government's running anything important through a backyard shed." An agent cut in, voice flat, "Ma'am, you've interfered with a federal signal. That's a felony up to 20 years. Her fake tan seemed to peel as she paled. The scene exploded from there. Agents cordoned off my yard, another SUV arrived, and a suit with a tablet showed a live Pentagon feed, a stern official confirming the breach. Lisa gaped as tactical teams set up, neighbors filmed, and her smugness evaporated. "I just thought it was an ugly cable," she whispered. But it didn't end there. Lisa stood on my driveway, arms crossed as if she could will the agents away. One politely asked her to move. She didn't. I'm the HOA president. What authority do you have here? Agent Carter, a no-nonsense woman in black, flashed a DoD-sealed folder. This property's a licensed federal site. You've committed a felony. We've got full jurisdiction. Lisa sputtered, then pivoted, pointing at me. He never filed HOA forms. He's been breaking aesthetics rules for months. As if that trumped national security. Agent Brooks, a mountain of a man who looked like he hadn't smiled since the 80s, loomed over her. Sit down, ma'am. We have questions. She claimed legal immunity as an HOA officer. Brooks just repeated, sit down. Her husband, Tom Quiet, bathrobe-clad and clutching decaf, shuffled out, took one look at the chaos, and sighed like a man who'd just lost a bet with fate. Within minutes, my shed was a command postable's laptops, a drone buzzing overhead. Lisa and Tom were split up, questioned separately. Tom looked defeated. Lisa launched into a rant about neighborhood safety, claiming the cable was a fire hazard and I was a spy. The agents listened, stone-faced. I briefed a Colonel VYAA restored feed, breach contained. CIVY Lien caught on camera. Good. Local charges pending, federal support logged. Sabotage until proven otherwise. Sabotage. Lisa was sweating now. Neighbors gathered, phones out, lawn chairs deployed. Someone handed me a lemonade, probably Susan from Lot 6. What did she cut? She whispered. A Pentagon uplink. No biggie, I replied. Her eyes nearly popped out. Lisa doubled down, wavying HOA complaints about my suspicious electronics and potluck absences. Agent Brooks flipped through her notes. You find someone for bright Halloween lights? They disrupted the evening VYB, she huffed. Then it got serious. Agent Carter ran Lisa's name through a database. A hit, a 2017 Oregon complaint, HOA fund misuse, power abuse, dropped surveillance charges. That was a misunderstanding. Lisa squeaked. The agents didn't buy it. I handed over my own EVY dense footage of her trespassing, audio of her threatening fines over window tints, even a clip of her measuring my grass while muttering about fertilizer. They uploaded it all. Her face burned as her power crumbled. Then Mr. Evans, an older neighbor, approached with a flash drive. Found this after she stormed out of a meeting last year. It was a Goldman emails, spreadsheets, proof Lisa had siphoned HOA fees into a personal, aesthetic fund for a spa kit, a Dula 900 grill, and a yoga mat. She lunged for it, shrieking about community business. Tom finally spoke. Lisa, stop. Just stop. The silence was deafening. The agent seized her to VYCES. Night fell and the neighborhood buzzed as Lisa's lies unraveled. Then Agent Carter handed me a printout from Lisa's laptop. She recorded people? I asked. More than that, Carter said. Audio VY Deo, 2 years worth mix in mailboxes, backyard cams, even HOA meetings. Felony wiretapping. They found bugs in her house, her office, a vent, under her kitchen table. She'd spied on her own board. The bombshell? A file labeled VIP Watch diplomat docs, government emails, a classified travel route recording. My stomach sank. Lisa had stumbled into espionage territory. Within minutes, counterintelligence was alerted. A decryption expert cracked another file. Lisa had hijacked neighbor Wi-Fi, filtering for keywords like Pentagon and clearance. She targeted me, paranoid I was a threat. I thought she just hated the cable, I said. She thought she was stopping a scandal, Carter replied. Then the twist. PayPal payments to ClearZone Property Security, a shady firm tied to a DHS sting recruiting locals to track government employees. Lisa claimed they'd sold her security consulting for the HOA. They said it was for safety, she cried, voice breaking. I was protecting us. Tom shook his head. Lisa, what did you drag us into? She was detained that night, charges piling up. Federal tampering, surveillance, fraud, possible intelligence ties. The neighborhood reeled. The woman who'd find people over paint shades had been a pawn in a spy game. My shed got a high-grade relay upgrade, and Agent Brooks dubbed me a red zone asset. I got a commendation reel for a guy who just wanted decent Wi-Fi. News vans swarmed by Monday. HOA president cuts Pentagon line, sparks spy scandal, trended. Lisa's arraignment was swift, bail denied, charges stacked. Her house was auctioned to a retired Special Forces guy who joked about night VY shown at his welcome barbecue. The HOA dissolved, replaced by a co-op. Karen's hidden funds do law 160,000 were redistributed. I got a backup dish. Howard built a greenhouse. Lisa's letter came from jail, rambling, apologetic, paranoid. I handed it to the feds. She got 7 years, parole in 5. The neighborhood breathed free, no more clipboard tyranny, just kids biking and barbecues. The feds sent me a drone controller and a pin, eyes open, mouth shut. A warning or badge, I wasn't sure. But when someone says one person can't change a place, I point to my shed and the cable that unraveled it all.